Jeez Louise, guys, we have had an immense week of news this time around. Last week we did have some stuff going on. It wasn't tremendous, but it did involve a lot of things going on. But this week is definitely jam-packed with a lot of stuff going on. Let us start off with our first tweet from Mr. Tom Henderson. For the first time ever in a GTA title, GTA 6 will have a playable female and male protagonist. So, this is actually kind of the only GTA news, I guess you could say, leak that has been, I guess, ultimately said out there to the public, considering we haven't gotten any actual significant information regarding GTA 6. And honestly, I'm surprised we even got this, to be completely honest, because recently it was just published that in the UK, some of the top selling video games, amongst them, GTA 5 was ranked in like the top 5, and it was still a top 5, and it's 2020. Mind you, this game is almost a decade old, because it came out in 2013 on the 360 and PS3. It didn't even launch on the next gen consoles at the time, which was the Xbox One and PS4. It actually, I think, took until 2015 to roll that update out. Even then, 10 years ago, the game released almost. It's 2021, 2 more years and its 10-year anniversary. I bet you by then we might see the game come out, GTA 6, maybe not even, honestly. I'm not too sure at this point, considering we have gotten virtually no confirmation of his existence, no acknowledgement of it, nor do we have any information regarding it. So that's where we stand. That's why we're scraping the bottom of the barrel here for anything regarding GTA 6, and Tom Henderson has kind of, put us at ease a little bit. Yeah, that is the first order of business. And then another one, kind of a pretty big deal, not gonna lie. Bethesda on Twitter just casually announces, BAM! A new Indiana Jones title with an original story is in development from our studio Machine Games and will be executive produced by Tom Howard in collaboration with Lucasfilm Games. It will be time before we have more to reveal, but we're very excited to share today's news. So we have this snippet that's playing right now, 15 seconds. We don't really know anything about this game at all. Literally, it just got announced, that's it. There is nothing confirmed whether it's going to be on next gen only, it's going to support last gen, third person, first person, nobody knows. And also the big question, since Microsoft actually just bought Bethesda, we don't know if it's going to be an exclusive to the Xbox platform. Game Pass day one, PS5 day one, who knows? We're gonna have to wait on all that information to come out in the coming months, probably the next couple of years, because I don't see this game even being considered as a release anytime soon. I give it 2 more years maybe. We'll probably get a progress update at the end of the year, maybe a little cinematic, more information definitely, but as of right now we have that announced, and it's really cool to see that, because also at the same time Lucasfilm Games announced that it has its own umbrella now on Star Wars games. So now it's not just controlled by EA anymore, which is a blessing. They're also announcing that they're working on a video game. It's here it is. We're thrilled to announce we are working with Ubisoft and Ubisoft Massive to develop a brand new story-driven open-world Star Wars adventure, which is amazing. I'm really hyped about this. I'm happy that these things are being worked on, and not only is this going to be cool, but potentially, even though I'm really stretching it here because nobody has any details around this announcement, Mandalorian game. That would definitely be amazing. If they could pull that off and surprise us with that just complete banger of a game, it would easily be a game of the year for whenever it releases. But I'm getting way too ahead of myself because I just love The Mandalorian. Season 2 was phenomenal. Season 1 was They were both back-to-back golden seasons, and then for this just to get announced, oh my god, this is going to be a really highly anticipated game, and things we should all just keep an eye out for. See its development and the announcements regarding it. But I'm really glad that they at least have confirmation that it's being worked on, unlike GTA 6, where we have no idea if it's even being worked on right now. Also, for many of you who haven't played Jedi Fallen Order, it recently received a next generation update. The Series X now has a 60 FPS performance mode, which is up to 1440p, and a normal 4K mode with up to a dynamic res of it. The Series S operates at 60 FPS, PS5 has a 60 FPS with dynamic resolution disabled, so the game renders natively at 1200p. This is pretty cool, not gonna lie, because the Series X definitely needs to be taken advantage of its hardware. It's a beautiful machine. For those of you who unfortunately do not have the system itself, personally I upgraded from a 1X to a Series X, so for those of you who are also doing that, you may not see a crazy mind-blowing generational leap that you would see in the past, like going from the PS2 to the PS3, the PS3 to the PS4. It's not super impactful, and unfortunately, in my opinion, I think that's because of the mid-generation refresh that they kind of delivered. In my opinion, if they just made the 2013 consoles just even a little bit better than what they came out with, it would have held a lot more life in it. They wouldn't have had to get out a PS4 Pro, an Xbox One X, and instead they could have allocated those resources they took to make that console and just solely focused on next generation. Because I really hope in 2 to 3 years we don't see another refresh, because it's gonna suck, not gonna lie. I may not even get those because it's kind of stupid at this point for them to do it. It's going to be too quick of a release. It's not going to feel like a next generational leap when the next generation consoles come out in whatever it is, 2025, 26, 27, who knows, considering this last gen and the gen before both lasted 7 years each. I definitely we could see 7 years out of these consoles, not gonna lie, in my honest opinion. But one thing that I also kind of took into consideration was the fact that they could have received a little bit more RAM. 16 gigabytes, in my opinion, is good. Definitely should have been 24 at least. Skimped out on that, I don't know. Cost, production, who knows? Lots of things just got disrupted because of this whole thing that's going on in the world still. But anyways, sorry I got on a little tangent. Fallen Order, for those of you who haven't played it, should definitely play it now. Take advantage of this optimization for those of you on the next gen consoles. And as of right now, January 14th, Galaxy Unpacked is currently happening. Boom, we got a cube floating around. It's about to start, I think. But yeah, make sure you catch it. Look for that. It's gonna announce a bunch of maybe the phones and other things potentially that haven't been discussed yet. And that's all for now, because we just see a spinning cube. Big news! Cyberpunk developer actually acknowledges what the hell happened with the last generation port of the game. So, I don't know if many of you saw it or not, but CD Projekt Red's co-founder publicly apologizes for the Cyberpunk 2077 console launch in a 5-minute video. What caused the launch of the highly anticipated game from the studio to look bad on consoles was eventually pulled from Sony's game store and remains unclear. Yes, we know that, but he did announce that the free DLC is coming. It's still on the roadmap. It's going to be a little later than they initially, believed that it would come out. And they also said that we're going to expect the first 2 patches to arrive later in this quarter. We should expect regular patches from now on, and with a significant patch coming in the next 10 days. The first big patch will be released in the following weeks. So right here we look at the roadmap. There's no concrete dates on this, so it's kind of up in the air as to when this is actually gonna land to us. But as you can see, these are the hot fixes that they deployed for us recently. Patch 1.1 should be coming out relatively soon. Patch 1.2 they said was going to come out in February, but personally I think that's going to come out in March, maybe mid-March. And then the free DLC content, Q2 they anticipated. And then did you see how they not slightly actually, they did say first quarter we would get next gen console update, or at least that's what I thought we were gonna have, but I guess not. They pushed it way further. So I'm anticipating this honestly coming out like August, September-ish, kind of when the holiday peak is gonna start again, which is unfortunate because those of you who have the next gen consoles and got the game were playing in backwards compatibility mode. And yeah, it's not the best experience, but as another YouTuber said, you only get, it's only your first time once. So if you want to play it now, play through it, backwards compatibility mode, or you can wait till those upgrades are actually released, which sucks because that means the game should have been delayed a whole year. It's terrible. That's not good. And then for our final bit of news, lots of CES stuff this week. I'm sure you could have anticipated all these things, but Nvidia introduces RTX 30 mobile GPUs. Their mobile GPUs have been announced: 3060, 70, and 80. Here is the specifications for it. The flagship RTX 3080 graphics card will feature the GA104 GPU, 6144 CUDA cores, 16 gigs of GDDR6 memory, and yeah, bunch of jibber jabber. Here are the specifications for it. The laptops themselves: Alienware M15, Asus G15, Lenovo Legion Slim 7, and 80 to 150 watts, 80 to 125, 60 to 115. And apparently the 3060 mobile GPU variants are going to cost as low as $1,000. Or at least that's what everyone says. So whether or not they actually commit to that price point, we're gonna have to see. Nothing is concrete, but hopefully they at least get really close to it, because $1,000 for a 3060 and a whole laptop is definitely a good purchase. Lots of people will definitely find that attractive, and they'll be available starting January 26th. So I really hope you guys like this news video. It's a little recap of the week. Some moments that I thought were worth mentioning to you guys to keep you in the loop. If you guys want more news coverage or more things to talk about on this, let me know, and I will definitely cover more topics. Maybe diversify the content a little bit, add things from other places you may find more interesting and you want me to cover, give my 2 cents on it. And yeah, I really hope you enjoyed today's video, and I'll catch you next week on XPS number 2. Have a wonderful day.